Hello friends, today I will discuss the remaining part of the tokens which I have told you in my previous video that I will discuss in the next video. Okay, so let's start. Today we will start with initializing a variable. Okay, so there are two different ways to initialize the variable. First is your static initialization and second is your dynamic initialization. So what is your static initialization? Static initialization is the process uses direct assignment of a constant to a defined variable. Okay, the variable is initialized at the time of its declaration, means that is before its actual use in the programming logic. Okay, I will show you in the BlueJ how it works, means how static initialization and dynamic initialization is going on in the BlueJ. Now second is your dynamic initialization. So now dynamic initialization is like when a variable gets initialized at runtime, that is during the execution of program logic. Okay, it is termed as dynamic initialization. Okay, under this situation a variable is assigned with outcome of any arithmetic operation or logical function. Okay, I will tell you now. Now see here, I have opened here BlueJ. Now I am opening this. Okay, now you can see here I have written here one program, that is your import java.io.star public class maths and everything. Okay, now see here I have written here int a, int b. Okay, I have not written here, means I have not assigned here any value of int a and int b. I have written this in bracket, int a, int b, then int c, int d, int e. C for sum and d for subtraction and e for multiplication. Okay, now see here I have written here this statement full. Okay, system.out.println the sum of two different numbers are the difference of the two different numbers, the product of two different numbers plus 6 is like. Okay, this type. Now see here, this is your dynamic initialization, means the variable is, means the value of the variable we are not initializing in the program itself. Okay, now see here, now we will take out the input. Okay, now see here it is asking int a and int b, means we have to write here the value. Okay, now I am writing here 23 in int a and in int b 43. Okay, then you can see here the product, means the answer comes here, the sum of two different numbers are 66, the difference of two different numbers is minus 20, and the product of two numbers is 989. Now if we are initializing the variable here only, means I am cutting this here from here and I am pasting here. Now you can see here int a, int b, int a. Okay, I am writing here int a equals to 2. Okay, or 20. Then we will not write here int again. Then b equals to your 10. Okay, int c, int d, int e. Then we will compile here, class compile, no syntax error is showing here. Now void main. Now you can see here the sum of two different numbers, we have only c here, we are doing void main here. Now not asking us to input the value because we have already input the value, they are showing the answer directly to us, the sum of two different numbers, the difference of two different numbers, the product of two numbers. So this is your static initialization, means when we put the number, means when we put or assign the value in the program itself is known as your static initialization. And if we didn't put, and after the programming is over, when we are taking out the output, that time it is asked to put the value. It is called your dynamic initialization. Okay, now I think you may have cleared about this static initialization and dynamic initialization. Now there are punctuators. So what are the punctuators? Punctuators are the punctuation signs used as special characters in Java. Okay, punctuators are the punctuation signs which is used specially in Java, means like a special characters in Java. Some of the punctuators are question mark, dot, semicolon. Okay, now what does question mark do? So question mark represents the action to be taken when the given condition is true while using the ternary operator. Okay, I will tell you in the next video about the ternary operator, how to do the ternary operator. Okay, then second is your dot. So dot is used to represent the scope of a function, that is a function belonging to an object or a class, means like system.out.println. Now see here, dot is being used. Okay, then semicolon. So semicolon is used in a Java program as a statement. Okay, semicolon is used in a Java program as a statement terminator. It indicates the end of a statement. Any line continued after semicolon is treated as the next line. I have just shown you in the programming. I have written here like int a equals to 5 comma b equals to 10. Okay, then I have put semicolon, means that statement is end, and we will write again, means again the next sentence in a new line. Okay, now separators. What are the separators? There are the special characters in Java which are used to separate the variables or the characters. So special characters, separators are the special characters which is used to separate the variables in characters like comma, bracket, curly bracket, square bracket, etc. Now I have used that in a program like int a equals to, I have written here 20 and a comma, then I have written comma, means to separate the variables. Okay, bracket is, you can see, you may have watched that in, I have written that int a int b in first of all in bracket. I have removed that. Bracket is used to separate. Okay, curly bracket is used to separate, square brackets are used to separate. So these are the separators. Okay, then operators. Operators are basically the symbols or tokens that perform arithmetical or logical operators. So operators are the basically the symbols or tokens that perform arithmetically or logically, means like arithmetic we are doing in mathematics, in the same way it does here also. Okay, basically there are three types of operators, which are arithmetic operator, logical operator, relational operator. I have explained you this in ASCII code and Unicode in my previous video, where I have discussed characteristic sets in Java and Unicode and ASCII code. In that I have explained all of three in a brief way. Okay, means in a full, with a full explanation. Okay, arithmetical operators. So arithmetical operator like plus, minus, division, multiplication is a arithmetic operator. Logical operator is your and, but. Okay, and one more is there or. Okay, and, but, or. Relational operator are your double equals to, less than or equals to, like this are your relational operator. If you want to know this operators in very clear way, you can watch that video. I will provide you a link below in my description box. Okay, you can go through that. Then keywords. So keywords are the reserved words which are preserved by the system and carry special meaning for the system compiler. So keywords are the reversed words. Okay, you must remember what is keywords, because many times it was asked in the question papers, means you can see in 10 years also. Okay, keywords. What are the keywords? Keywords are the reserved words which are preserved by the system and carry special meaning for an example, like class, public, void, main, force, part, int, double, system, out, print, println, etc. Means these all which we are using in our programming. Means while doing programming we use this words, so this is known as your keywords. Okay, so this is your keywords. So to be continued in the next video with your data types in Java. Okay, so thank you for watching this video, and please subscribe my channel and support me by subscribing it. Okay, thank you for watching this video.